Good afternoon, my conscious co-creators. Welcome to another edition of the Conscious Consultant Hour, Awakening Humanity. I am very, very pleased that you are here with me today. We've got a wonderful show and a great guest in studio with us today. So for all of those listeners on our Facebook live stream, don't worry, you don't have to look at me for the whole hour. You'll get to see my guest in a moment. But first, of course, we have our quotes of the day from the universe and from Abraham. So let's get the show started. Let's see what the universe and Abraham have in store for us today. First, from Mike Dooley and the universe. Of course, not everyone understands you. It takes crazy to know crazy. It takes sexy to know sexy. And most assuredly, it takes cool to know cool. Yeah, all right, the universe. We love our quotes from Mike Dooley in the universe, always cheering us on. And let's see what Abraham has in store for us. It doesn't really matter what religion anybody believes. If their life is working, and there may be many different approaches to life that are working very well, then why not let them believe whatever they want to believe? It's all working in the way that it is supposed to be. There are religions that you wouldn't want anything to do with that are perfect mechanisms for the people who are involved in them. And therefore, they are a very good thing. Abraham. I kind of like this quote from Abraham, kind of a little bit different compared to what Abraham usually talks about. But it really makes a wonderful point. Sometimes we just get so hung up on belief systems and what other people think and what other people are into. And if it works for them, what difference does it make to us? And for me, it's personally a little bit of a pet peeve of, when other people are always trying to convince me of what they believe in. And I just kind of have this attitude. I go, well, if it appeals to me and if it's interesting, if it's good, I'll find it. You don't have to convince me that you're right. And what Abraham's really trying to say is, hey, look, you know what? In the end, it doesn't really matter, quote unquote, who's right or who's wrong, because there's no such thing as right or wrong. It's, does it work for them? Does it work for their life? They may be extreme in one direction or another, but are they happy? Are they a good person? Are they living life the way people should be living their lives? If they are, great. Why are you trying to change them? I think so often, people are so out to enroll people in their ideas of what the way things are supposed to be, maybe because they don't believe it enough themselves. So they feel like, oh, well, I got to get other people to believe in it. So then it makes them feel better about what they believe in because they're, not so sure about it. So the more people they get to believe, oh, okay, it must be right. It must be good because I got my best friend into it and I got this person into it and I got that person into it. So, what Abraham is saying, don't sweat it. You know what? If it works for you, great. If it doesn't work for you, change it. And if it works for someone else, great for them. It doesn't have to be what you believe in, right? I mean, this world is so full of diversity and so full of so many interesting and different viewpoints. I mean, that's what makes things so interesting sometimes. So, you know what? Let's chill out a little bit and let's, as the old expression goes, let's live and let live. Right? And if people aren't interested in what you believe in, you don't have to tell them about it. If they don't want to know what's working for you, it's okay. You don't have to share. Save it for the people who are interested, right? I mean, why spend all that effort trying to convince somebody who doesn't want to be convinced when you could be talking to people who actually like you and believe in the same things and are interested in the same stuff, right? Isn't that a much better use of our energy than trying to convince people of things they don't want to be convinced of? I don't get it. Anyway, 2 amazing quotes today. Lots of fun stuff from the universe and from Abraham. I hope you enjoyed our quotes of the week. Of course, next week we'll have new ones in store for you today. And now,